So I wanted to update on the Idaho Student Murders case. And by the way, thank you to everybody who's been viewing, man. This is awesome. Over 300 and I think 75 views or 376 or something like that. So thank you. Or no, I'm sorry, 356 is the last time I checked. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So I wanted to come in and update on how did the investigators find him. So how did they locate him? What were they doing? So essentially what they did was they used a genealogy database, a public genealogy database. So ever since they caught the Golden State Killer, what they've done is they take the DNA, they put it in this public database, and it'll lead them to a possible family member, a relative, a friend, hopefully something, right? Basically, not a friend, but a family member, a relative that has similar DNA, and then they keep coding it and coding it and sifting through DNA candidates until they get to their guy. And so it eventually led them to Bryan Coberger. Widest name ever, by the way. What? The suspect in this case. And essentially what they said was the FBI was also searching for water bottles, searching for trash or water bottles, cans, anything that they can find to possibly get this guy, pin him, and get as much evidence as it is necessary, in a necessary amount, to try and book this guy, get this guy, catch him, everything. His dad went to Washington State, drove with him the 2,500 miles. Now his family has come out and presumed his innocence, of course. And I guess, like, if you're a family, fine. But as the public, I would say to the family, you guys are going to look stupid as hell, because he's going to come out guilty and all that. Now, the FBI was actually tracking him even days after the murder. So, okay. And in the next month, students, because he was a TA, a teaching assistant, by the way. A teacher's assistant is like a grad student, a master's, a PhD, an OD, whatever. And they help and assist professors and instructors to grade papers. And at one point, he was really, really strict on grades. And I mean a really hard ass. And I hate TAs like that. Like, dude, really? Come on. But after the murders, he had seemed more relaxed, calm, very inattentive. He just started giving everybody hundreds. I've had like teachers assistants do that, and some of them have told me after the class, I've talked to them, I've encountered them, and they said, look, finals just got a little too difficult for me, and I just could not, and I had to, so I've seen it happen. But this guy, he also had his stubble, like his beard grew and he looked disheveled. Students say that he looked stressed. Neighbors say that he was more reserved and quiet at parties as a teenager, and even another neighbor said he would always move things around at midnight and just making noise, as though he was moving furniture in the apartment complex. I'm just stating things that I've heard and that I know, so I'm just regurgitating it here. So yeah, I mean, just a lot of crazy things about him. The FBI went into his home at like 3 o'clock in the morning. They were tracking him and spying on him for like 4 or 5 days before they eventually went and arrested him. 5 or whatever days. So they went in 3 o'clock in the morning, like, FBI, bitches, let's go. Come on, people. They don't care. I mean, they need to catch you. They'll get you at 3 in the morning. I hate the cops, so I would hate to be woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning here, for someone being arrested at my house. So yeah, they're definitely gonna extradite him. He's gonna waive his right to an extradition hearing. He should be in Idaho by tomorrow night, so Tuesday night, and hopefully he appears in Latah County Court, and he faces the 4 felony counts, or the I think it's first or second degree murder charges. And look, the death penalty is most likely going to be sought by the state, by the prosecutors, and like I said in yesterday's video, I hope they do that. I absolutely hope that they do go after him, and they do seek the death penalty, and that he gets the death penalty. Who knows exactly how he's gonna plead? I think he's gonna plead not guilty, because he says he's waiting for excited to come back, kind of wanting to come back to presume his innocence and to be exonerated. With all the evidence they most likely have, as he was careless, super careless, I don't think it's going to happen. Especially, one thing I forgot, the FBI says that even years or months, weeks, months, days, weeks, months, or years and years, 10 years after, in a car, you can search a car and you can find blood stains or basically, any evidence that the naked eye cannot see. So naked eye can't see it. Our chemicals can, and our cameras can, and our tools can. So this is a good update. I'm glad, a lot of information's coming out, and I'm glad that I can share it. And let's hope that this coward comes back. Comes and gets his ass kicked and gets into Latah County Jail, and he faces those charges. And those families will appear in court. I can't imagine how that feels. Having to face your son or daughter's killer in court, and he'll have to face the music. And I'm excited to see it.